Hello, my name is Khudor Annous. I will be discussing the topic of imagining the future, rise of the millennials. I currently live in Los Angeles and work for a company called Fullscreen. Fullscreen is focused on developing content and entertainment for the millennial generation. We represent over 70,000 content creators across the globe, with the majority of content being consumed by international audiences. As a child born to Lebanese immigrants, I was fortunate to be exposed to many different cultures throughout my life. Uh, and I do believe I look through the world with a global mindset for several reasons. One, simply because I have family all over the world. Two, I'm marrying a native Guatemalan. And three, because my work often requires me to work with content creators and brands, typically from all around the world. And in doing so, you need to think about the way consumers abroad would interact with particular brands. You need to be aware of the political climate, cultural sensitivities, so on and so forth. Imagining the future, rise of the millennials, is important for the global citizen for many reasons. First and foremost, millennials are now the second largest population in the US, representing over, I think, a third of the population. By 2025, they're going to represent over 75% of the workforce. They have consumer spending power of over $1 trillion. They're the most diverse and educated generation to date. They value social and ethical issues more than any generation that's preceded them. They have access to technology in a way that no other generation ever has, even looking at the device in your hands. The processing power, the cameras, the connectivity is unlike anything that generations before us have had access to. Connectivity is cheaper, it's easier, it's more affordable, it's faster. The world is generally just a flatter, smaller place today than it ever was. And the reality is millennials and even Gen Y more so, and Gen Z are really valuing the personal connection, the social connection, in a way that no other generation has had the ability to do, and likely not had the interest to do in the past, which I think presents tremendous opportunity for the global citizen and the global mindset. Today, you can't just develop a product or a platform for the 25-year-old living in rural Texas, because if you really want to be successful, that needs to appeal to the 25-year-old in Istanbul. And to do so, you really have to understand the way that those individuals really think and connect and interact, and ultimately what matters to them. And I think the millennial generation has started to pave the way for businesses, for marketers, for brands, for consumers. They're holding brands more accountable. They're driving products and services to be more reliable, more accountable, and they're very vocal about it. So anything that you're putting in front of the millennials today, you can expect to get immediate feedback from your consumer. They're not a consumer that passively consumes what you're putting in front of them. They are going to make sure it's up to snuff. And if it's not something that they're excited about or that they find value in, they're going to be vocal about it. And as brands and as marketers and as managers, we need to know how to respond to that properly, which can be scary to some, but I think in general, by and large, it's made us more effective as managers, as individuals. It's definitely improved product development. It's, again, holding brands and individuals accountable. When you consider the statistics and the growth of the millennial population and the impact that they've had on every industry to date, with technology only getting more affordable, faster, more reliable, with the world becoming flatter and smaller, people having more affordable access to tools and technology and to individuals even. Social media has given us access to politicians, to celebrities, to influencers in a way that we've never been able to dream of. As we think about how all of this starts to come together, the potential impact this generation can have on the world and on the global mindset is truly exciting to think about.